Technology talk show, which promises to share stories of many inspiring speakers on board. My name is Shavinder Kaur, and I am the host of this ICT initiated wonderful Power Pack Global Talk Show series. A motivational speaker, award winner, NLP practitioner with 13 years of experience has transformed life of many ardent souls pan India. That's our guest today for the show, Miss Neelu Jain. Hello and a very warm welcome to the show.
Thank you so much. It's an honor and privilege to be a part of this wonderful show. Thank you for having me over.
Yes, so before I'm in conversation with Miss Jain, but before that, I want to let my listeners know more about our guest. An entrepreneur, a postgraduate in HR, a certified business storyteller, an ex-Wiproite with 13 years of overall work experience, having trained 3,000 professionals.
3 lakhs.
3 lakhs. I purposely said that. I wanted to hear from her mouth. It's 3 lakhs. All right. This is incredible. And she is director of Chrysalis Training and Consultancy, specializing in soft skills, behavioral outbound, and leadership training for corporates, and the CEO and the director of Emerge Finishing School, specializing in corporate readiness for educational institutes. She was with Indian Achievers Award in 2021 for the Emerging Company for Chrysalis on the 26th of Jan 2021. She also had the honor to be the guest speaker on various platforms, that is like 91.9 Friends FM, HR and L&D, Excellence Summit, and awards for 2020. There's so much, the list is so big, and she was there on various platforms and inspiring many on that. So that's a wonderful accomplishment that you have attained in a very short span of your life. Ms. Jain, I am absolutely delighted to read about your bio. So I quickly dive into my questions. So you are into training for different professionals, 3 lakhs, and it's quite a number. So how did your journey start as a trainer?
Right. So, listening to the journey from somebody else always takes you through that flashback of the achievements or the kind of experience that we've had. And this is a question that I love answering all the time. Just like anybody else, we all in our professions have a calling. When we start off in our profession, we are not too sure if we've chosen the right one. Over a period of time, we really realize whether this is the right one or is there something that needs to be done. So with me also back in 2007 and 8, one of these incidents happened with me where I had joined an English language institute. That was my first training job. I was as a trainer. And my primary job role was to help people to pick up English language, to be able to write and speak. So the first person who got assigned to me was this lady who was almost double, triple my age, because I was starting really young, and she wanted to learn. So I said, sure, I would definitely help you because that was a part of my job. And when I started working with her, I realized she doesn't even know how to construct alphabets. Like she can't even write alphabets. I started with her from that onwards.
Imagine.
So I held her hand, helped her to write A, B, C, D. And then after about 3 months of continuous support and journey, she was able to construct sentences. So that was, that aha moment that happened in my life, which made me realize that if I can train her, then I can train anybody. Because that was the time when I was really starting off, not sure about my skills and ability, but that gave me the conviction that training is a profession where I should be. And even in future, if I want to become an entrepreneur, this is the field where I'm supposed to be. So this was the experience.
Commendable. And you were talking aha moment for yourself. Imagine her experience, her feeling, how she could do all that under your guidance. I also read in your bio that you have wonderful entrepreneurial ventures that you have, taken in your life. So how did, again, that journey started? And that's very inspiring to know.
Thank you so much. Actually, that started from a very low of my life. So I was experiencing this major setback in my life, professionally, personally, where I had given up a job. I wasn't too sure what I'm going to do. Personally, there were some setbacks that had happened. I was getting horribly rejected by all organizations. and I wasn't sure of what am I doing. So I'm sure each one of us have these experiences of having these tremendous lows in our life. I was also experiencing that. So at that moment, there were, of course, people who helped, who counseled, who were like, this is not who you are. You are somebody with conviction, you are somebody who has determination and self belief. But at that point of time, I was not able to feel any of it. I was actually on the other side of the curve, where I was feeling like I'm going down into the spiral. So something happened, and there were a couple of people who helped me and who said that, come on, go ahead with it. If you're planning it, move ahead with it. So with a lot of doubts and thought process, giving it a lot of thinking, I thought, chalo, let's get started with the journey. And from that very low into materializing it and putting into entrepreneurship back in 2016, I formed Chrysalis. I would like to say the journey of entrepreneurship started with a problem, and that problem was to fix that self belief and that self doubts and make my self belief that I'm worth it, and coming back with a lot of conviction. That gave the birth of the entrepreneurship journey in my life.
Indeed, so nice to hear. I personally believe when you go beyond yourself, that's when the magical things can happen.
Very true.
Yeah, most of us, the word what you use, self doubt. All of us are always under that self doubt. Kya main kar sakti hu? Can I do it? And somebody has to recognize and tell you, no, you can do it. Types.
Very true.
So I'm sure that is what is you doing. Transforming many lives for that matter.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. So, talking about your company, can you just tell me more about your company?
Sure. So with Chrysalis, we've been there for the last 5 years. We work with organizations, helping them become corporate ready. So the kind of programs that we do is soft skills, leadership, outbound team building, sales and service skills. We also conduct inspirational talks by motivational speakers. We do psychometric assessments. With Chrysalis, our focus is organizations helping people to become better in delivering their performances and leadership to grow into better leaders. So that's the target that we have with Chrysalis. So far, we've trained a lot of corporates. We have about 25 plus clients. We're working pan India. With Emerge Finishing School, we've been there for the past 10 years. And we work with B schools, management colleges, as well as BTech colleges, where we help students to become corporate ready. Our target is not just so that they clear their, the GD, PI, and get into organizations, but we try and impart life skills to them, going beyond just getting a job. Because nowadays, most organizations are facing a problem of youngsters sustaining the job. People quit in less than 6 months. So we work with them first year onwards, helping them to pick up these skills for life. So this is what we do. With Emerge, we have close to 50 plus clients. We've trained about 4.5 plus lakhs of students pan India so far.
Beautiful, incredible, because, what you are talking and what I realize is I'm sure you must be having a very structured pattern for people to start from scratch and, land up where they actually want to be. So, Ms. Jan, we all know that we all inspire others, but how do you keep yourself inspired and self-motivated all the time?
Right. We all have our ups and downs, like I just said. I'm sure maybe you would have experienced so many times. And we are talking on a platform which is full of inspiration. We have all our ex-4G members whose lives are all about ups and downs, yet keeping them active and staying in such volatile situations. Of course, as a civilian, as a normal human being, we don't experience so much. But yes, I think it depends on our grit, on our bouncing back abilities. Something that helps me and our organization to stay inspired is the purpose. When we have that clear in our head कि ये करना है, this is what I want to do, no matter what, whether we are sick, active, inactive, we will ensure that we go ahead and fulfill that. So when that goal and that purpose is clear, automatically that inspiration, that motivation, everything comes in, either from internally or we get it from externally.
So true. Most of the time, I feel that I'm also from the training. I'm a trainer myself. But to keep yourself self-motivated is very important. That's how you can, it's the energy that you transfer. So you have to be definitely very much self-motivated. So I want to know why L&D, why learning and development? Why do you think that's important?
I think people are all about learning and development. We all are a work in progress. Nobody is there. Every day we are learning something new and we are developing ourselves. So L&D was a conscious choice. And the reason why L&D is because I saw myself transforming. There were so many weaknesses, there were so many skill sets I didn't have. A lot of us don't even know what's wrong with us. In order to fix it, we first have to go through an assessment of what do I need to fix. I think L&D offers you a very structured approach which helps you understand you as an individual, what do you need to get better at, and how do you connect with your people around you. So, through learning and development, I have seen a lot of transformation in my own personality, in the way I speak, the way I connect. And I see the same transformations in people when we connect with them and when we coach them. I'm sure you, as a trainer, you would have also realized you have such great experience so far. You would have seen that, the moment we can mold somebody, the whole life changes, not just for them, it gives us that satisfaction as well.
It definitely gives a next level energy. I must say that, and it's a lot of win-win synergy for both the
Very
trainer and the training. So in your journey, I'm sure there must have been many challenges. See, today this episode is basically dedicated to the women generation, women gender, and we also want to know that as a woman, you must have had many challenges. So how did you overcome it?
Right. So, we live in a society where we are getting over the biasness. We keep experiencing it. And I think we all have become very consciously aware of the biases, which we used to call unconscious bias. But abhi kafi sari cheezein we've started realizing. Something that keeps me, something that reminds me of that bias is each time when I send across a mail, when we don't know each other, like maybe I'm talking to somebody, the person hasn't heard me, seen me, I get a reply as dear sir instead of dear ma'am, because it's an understood fact that acha, if it's an organization somebody is writing, then probably it's a male person. So this is something that I see as a little different feature to all the women who are setting up their businesses or are already there. I think something that we need to do is we need to be vocal and we need to be visible. Somewhere we take a back seat, and that is what used to happen to me also. I would think, "Acha, bahut ho gaya, bahut promotions ho gaya." I would take a back seat, and then I realized why. Why should I take a back seat? Why shouldn't I move ahead and show people that this is what we do, this is how much of work we can do. We are living in a society where we somewhere put our needs on the topmost side of the list, but I think it's important for us to use these two V's, which is visible and vocal, and move ahead in our journey. Each time we faced obstacles, or I faced obstacles personally, I try to give it back a fight and not get affected with it. Temporarily, of course, as a human being it does happen, but when we start looking at what's stopping us, it's never the obstacle, it's actually us who's stopping us. So going beyond the obstacle, helping ourselves, only then we can come out of it.
Indeed, very important aspects that you have shared. That self doubt, come out of from your self doubt, come out of your comfort zone as well. Most of the time we feel, no, I am okay where I am. I'm okay. I can continue with. But actually, we are capable of doing many things. So why not get into that? Get into the mode that you can do. You can flourish in many more verticals. Indeed, Ms. Jain, I'm so engrossed in what all you're saying, and I would love to listen to you. As I mentioned, that we want to. This is a show which inspired our listener. So, and I also read that you are an NLP practitioner. So, can you give me three tips that to our listener that they can live their life better and happy?
Sure. I think the first one, Ms. Kaur, is you can't pour from an empty cup. So, in order to inspire other people, in order to bring a life transformation in other people, you have to first heal yourself. And that is something that I have learned in our journey, in my journey as well. That if I want to inspire first, I have to have it. So the first one is to take care of yourself. Take care of what are the thoughts that's running inside your head. think of, especially in NLP also, we talk about it. We talk about the voice that we keep talking about to ourselves. What is it that you're doing as a self-talk? Is it positive or negative? I feel the first step will be if we can talk positive to ourselves. It can be in form of affirmations. It can be in form of self-talk, and keep inspiring ourselves. That is the first one that I would like to give. The second tip will be to have a purpose. All of this will not work till the time we don't have a goal. It's like a racer running on the track, but पता ही नहीं है race कहाँ पे खत्म हो रही है. So, with all the energy and all the passion, the person's running, but there's no finishing line. So we don't even know whether we've, reached there. There's more to go. So till the time we don't have a goal or a purpose, we don't know what do we want, by the end of which year, what do we want, we'll not have that inspiration, we'll not have that motivation. So the first is self-talk, positive one. The second is purpose. And the third one I will say is take care of our stress levels. We keep doing so many things every now and then. Like I said, it's not easy. Like, you can't pour from an empty cup. If you don't heal yourself, if you don't keep your stress levels low, you'll not be able to inspire other people. So get into some therapy, get into meditation, maybe flush it out of your head and mind. Till the time we don't do that, we'll not be able to help ourselves. Forget about helping other people. So these are the three tips that I could share with you instantly.
These tips definitely are beautiful to share with our listeners. The self affirmation and stay positive and keep yourself focused and heal yourself first. That is very important, and that's when we will transfer that positive energy. Ms. Jain, I truly believe who you are tomorrow begins with what you do today. And that's an example that you have really set in for all of us.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Ms. Jain, and I all the best for all your future endeavor. And keep inspiring and keep motivating and keep transforming lives. Thank you so much for joining us for the E40 Talk Show.
Thank you so much. It's been an honor, inspiration to speak to you, Ms. Kaur, and be on this platform. It's always amazing to be connected, and especially E4G is something which really made me believe that it's such an amazing platform. I'm really happy to be here. Thanks a lot.
Thank you once again for being a part of this interesting women's special series, Choose to Challenge. I thank all our viewers. Please like, share, and subscribe to our channel, E4G Talk Show. And don't forget to put your reviews in the comment section. For more interesting stories, please stay tuned. Till then, stay home, stay safe. Jai Hind.
Jai Hind.
E4G Talks is brought to you by ISECI, Indian Ex-Defence Service Employees Chamber of Commerce and Industries. Thanks to its vast veteran network and global and pan-India associates, ISECI can carry out various commerce facilitations and CSR projects across India and the world. Some of ISECI's core capability areas are Skill India, Atmanirbhar Bharat, Digital India, any ex-serviceman welfare or job program, Swachh Bharat Abhiyan related projects, telemedicine and healthcare training and job scheme, Save Water scheme, defense industry SME, MSME cluster and hub development, maritime training and inland water training with job facilitation, Canada study, job and permanent residency opportunity, e-commerce, Andaman and Nicobar commerce opportunities. ISECI's global reach includes countries like Indonesia, Slovakia, Canada, Nepal, Singapore, Rwanda, USA, UK. Above all, it is ISECI's effort to create a veterans brand made by the veterans, for the veterans and made up of the veterans. Every Indian's support is invaluable in this journey. ISECI is a registered society for ex-servicemen's welfare and envisions that every veteran should be a part of India's economic growth story. It is the aim of ISECI to create an enabling commerce platform that will empower and synergize the veterans' talent pool. This is possible only with the support of entrepreneurs, businesses, and consultants from civil society. All proceeds, if any, are utilized for the welfare of ex-servicemen and for public charity.